So when I first started out finding retro modding as my new hobby of choice, I was heavily inspired by fellow makers such as next.stop.please, supergusiland and Restalgia on YouTube. What all those people had in common is that they are not only modding Game Boys, or consoles for that matter, they are also doing their own cartridges too. And so began the process of learning how to make those for myself, from making a 2-part mold, to vacuum the resin, and finally to cast under pressure for minimizing the chances of bubbles in the finished product. I have my knowledge down by now on how all those things work in practice, and I'm also really happy how the finished cards and buttons look by now. But there is still one technique I couldn't wrap my head around for the longest time. These are some custom hydrodip cartridges, and today we're gonna find out how to make these and what not to do when first starting out. So let's dive right in. As I said before, I want to replicate the look of those cartridges by next.stop.please. Their shells look absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at how those colors are all swirly and really blend in with the custom label. Good stuff here. So there must be a way to get the paint inside the shell, as this looks so clean and it is better than just putting it around it, as it would get stretched up over time. A quick Google search led to a lot of resources by car painters and decorators, and I found that spray paint might be the way to go here. There are other options too, like alcohol ink, but I wanted to be close to reference, so spray paint it is. For choosing the spray paint, I went with a brand called Montana Black, specifically the hardcore line, because it's been recommended by some of those makers and there was a bundle deal on an online shop I found. And for choosing colors, I personally thought of getting standard black and white and also some accent colors like red, yellow and green. Sadly, there was no blue on the bundle deal, but I will get some in the near future. I also went out and bought some silver and gold spray from Edding just to have some variation and shimmer in the finished card. I also ordered some clear Game Boy Color cards on eBay, cause for all I know, you just have one chance when dipping the shells in, so I want some to try out before screwing up the DIY ones I made. And for the rest of the prep work, I just need a big container to hold enough water to submerge the piece I try to hydrodip. As these Game Boy cards are not that big, I used this one from IKEA, as it's the only one I had laying around. Good enough for the first try, I guess. A few weeks later, all the items arrived and I went in my parents' backyard to set everything up. The whole spraying process is not really fixed and set in stone, so there is nothing you can do technically wrong here. But as this is my first time hydrodipping anything, I figured I have some test pieces to try out before I went for the cartridges. I was a little disappointed by the first thing I dipped here, but quickly realized I might have too much paint in the water, or maybe it was the simple fact I used lukewarm water here. Either way, on round 2 I changed out the water to be cooler and tried to be more quick with spraying and dipping. Okay, next round, let's try it out. Now, this is what I was looking for. And well, this looks more promising. So I squirted all the rest of the paint to the side and tried again with the first cartridge. This is also the time where I got a little distracted with my sister yelling in the background. So I stuck my first Gameboy cartridge in without thinking and, well, I forgot taping off the front and back side of the shell. So now I have paint inside and outside.
Okay.
Shit. That one led to failure. As I said before, there's nothing technically wrong with that, but I wanted to have some clean ones. So with a little more concentration this time, I taped off card 2 and 3. Okay, second try. Come on. Now I wrap them in blue tape that just the inner side gets painted. Let's have a look. Ah, flip, I need new. Alright, let's do this shit. Just get the reds out. That's nice. Here we go. That's the first one finished. Let's have a look later. Whoa. Swirl it first. Sweet. All right. That's the second one. That's the back. They're looking great, I guess, I hope so. So I did some test pieces right before. Those are these 3. And then I went in. And actually, those weren't that great, I guess. That one looks kinda okay. But these ones went really, really well. Now, these ones went as I had intended. So now I have to get them inside and let them dry. And a few hours later, it was finally time. Now these cartridges look amazing. They came out exactly as I hoped for. There is not much left to do as to test fit these ones with a Pokemon PCB, and they definitely get a custom label as well at some point. So this got me really excited. And now I'm on to make some more custom cartridges I can hydrodip later. In fact, there are some cooking in the back there right as we speak. And with that being said, I couldn't done it without the inspiration next.stop.please and supergusiland gave me. So massive shout out to them, and buy some off of them. I linked their shop in the description down below. So the future looks bright around here, and I can't wait to fuse more of those projects together to one big master project I have. But that's a story for another time, I guess. I also want to mention that I recently hit 100 subscribers here on YouTube, and I'm very grateful to have all you around here. I want to be part of this community and give back as much as I can, so I look forward for more great content in the near future. If you have any questions or some tips and tricks how I can improve my workflow, please let me know in the comment section down below. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I'm Paul, this is my little mod shop, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.